Hello everybody, Daniel Winter-Holzinger speaking. In this video I want to explain exactly how it is possible to make money with the halftime-fulltime market, and I want to show you a special example how you can make money risk-free in trading with this market. And for this reason I have prepared a sheet where I want to explain you now how this will work. Okay, first of all, if we say what means the bet halftime full-time, what does this mean? From the logical way, we bet two bets in one single bet. For example, if we bet halftime 2 and result 1, so 2-1, it is the same when we say the first bet will be that at the first halftime we say that team 2 will win the halftime, so we need the halftime match odds for team 2, and the second bet means, and after the halftime we say that team 1 will win the game, so we will need the match odds from team 1. This will means halftime 2 and result 1. Okay, this is very important to understand what you're doing here or what is necessary that you could win the bet if you bets at halftime full-time markets. Okay, so how can we calculate a fair odds for this situation? For this we need the odds from the first halftime and the odds from the match odds. Okay, I have now prepared an example. It's the game Kawasaki against Kashiwa, and this game I want to show you first is a little bit crazy. You can see here, if you see here on the chart, we have here now halftime full-time Kashiwa at first halftime and Kawasaki at the second halftime will win the game. But you can see the highest odd was 27 and it's now falling down to 9.8 was the lowest odd, and now we are here around 13. Okay, and we are already 7 hours away from kickoff. So you can see here was a huge activity on this market, and you can also see here that totally 28,000 euros already has been matched on this market. Okay, so okay, you can see here now we have an odd around 13 that we say that Kashiwa will win the first halftime, and after that Kawasaki will win the game. Okay, well, how we can calculate now a fair odd for this situation? For this I told you we need the odds from the first halftime, from the match odds from the first halftime. So you can see here this is the market from the first halftime, and at the moment you can see here that the odds will be matched around 3.65. It was written before I made the video. So now at the moment we can take 3.5 immediately, or we can ask for the price at around 3.7 at the moment. So you can see here that Kashiwa will win the first halftime. We can take, or we can get normally an odd of 3.7 that Kashiwa will win the first halftime. Okay, if we bet now on this odd 100 euros at the odd of 3.65 for this explanation of the video, if we bet now 100 euro on this odd and we have a 5% Betfair commission, we can win 251.75 net profit. So the formula for this calculation will be 100, so our initial stack, multiplicated with the back odd of halftime team 2, so it's 3.65 that Kashiwa will win the game, minus 1, multiplicated with 1 minus Betfair commission is our net profit of 251.75. Okay. Okay, so after halftime, if the team has won the first halftime, we have won now 251.75 with a €100 stack. If the game ends 1 or a draw at the halftime, we have lost our bet. Okay. You also has lost your bet at the market halftime full time. If here is now at first halftime that Kawasaki will win the game or it's a draw, you will lose also here on this market €100. Okay. So the second bet from the logical way would be that this one amount of 251.75 plus our starting stack from €100, so it's a total stack of 351.75, we invest at the Matchodds on team 1. Okay, you can see here now, just a second, it's here. This is now the market Matchodds from the game Kawasaki against Kashiwa. You can see now here that the odd is, in a moment at the beginning from the video it was 2.14, now we have 2.06, 2.08. This is now in the moment the odd that Kawasaki will win the game. Okay, but our question is now which odd we get offered at halftime if Kashiwa is leading the game. What do you think? If now at halftime Kashiwa is leading, let us say with 0-1, how high would this odd be that Kawasaki will win the game? Okay, the odd for Kawasaki will win the game Matchodds would be between 5 and 6. So the odd will go up around here between 5 and 6. In this range you will get the odd if the starting odd is 2.06. Okay, if you can for sure use Soccer Mystic or other programs where you can predict your odd where it would be if a situation happened. Okay, if the odd is lower than 2.08, the odd would not be 5, the odd would be around, it depends. If it's 1.5, it would be maybe between 4 and 5, something like that. Okay, in this case we can predict an odd between 5 and 6 after Kashiwa is leading the game. Okay, so from the logical way you now take the one amount from the halftime, the 251, plus your initial stack, €100, and back now that Kawasaki will win the game at the halftime. Only at the halftime if Kashiwa is leading the game. Okay, let us say the odd is 5.5 at halftime, how it would look like. So your 351.75, you see here one amount halftime plus initial stack, multiplied with the odd back odd match odds team minus 1, multiplied with 1 minus Betfair commission, is a total winning of €1,503.73 after Betfair commission. Okay, if we now look how much we have won total, we can calculate first bet halftime 2 we won 251.75, and the second bet Matchodds team 1 we won 1,503.73. So our total profit for these bets is 1,755.48. Okay, in other words, we can say we have invested a total risk of our money from 100 euros, and if it happened halftime 2 and result 1, we get a net profit from 1755.48. If you now make this calculation, it's the same that we can say we have an odd of 17.55. Okay, a back odd of 17.55. So you can see our possible fair odd after Betfair commission is around 17.55. If you now look here, you can see the lowest odd was 9.8, and now you can only buy an odd of 11, or you can only buy here, it's only €1, but here 200 euros waiting at the odd of 10.5. But you've seen with this calculation the odd should be here at 17.5 or higher. Okay, so you can see that here the odd is too low, that it makes a logical sense to invest here the money, and for this reason there is now time to use this information to make money without risk. Okay, and for this reason, if we lay halftime full-time market with an odd lower than 17.55, you can see here now we are lower, so we can try to take it with 11 or with 10.5. We can make profit risk-free. And for this I have prepared for you an Excel calculation. You can see here, I see here halftime full-time 2-1 with a Betfair commission of 5%. Our layout at the market, I'm sorry, so we can reduce this, just a second. So our layout, you can see here, we can try to get in the market with an odd of 11. At the first half time, we can try to get in the market around, we try to get in at 3.7, so we try to ask for the price. For sure you can take 3.5 immediately, but always try to ask for the price and don't take the offered price at the moment. So we can change here to 3.7, and if Kashiver is leading the game at halftime, this odd will go up to around 5.5. Okay, so I give this information in my sheet, and I told you at first that we have to lay the market at halftime full time. So if we lay the market with 105.26 euros, you can see the what if situation. You can see all other possibilities. I have entered here in the settings that you have excluding commission, so you see how much is your net profit if you lay here with 105.26. okay, you can see here the calculation is which kind of amount you want to win divided by 1 minus Betfair commission. So this is the amount you need that you can get a payout of 100 euros net profit. So if I lay here 105.26, you see that I will win 100 euros on all other possibilities, but you get a risk of 1052.60. So I will place this bet now, and you can see here this is the amount which risk we have to pay if at halftime it's 2 and the end result is 1. Before the game starts, we have to place a further bet, and the further bet is that we take the halftime market and we take 100 euros and say that Kashiwa will win the game. Okay. You see here, if Kashiwa will win the game, we get a profit of 256.50, and we have a risk of 100 euros if Kashiwa will not win the game. Okay. So let's have a look at the first possibility what could happen. If Kashiwa is not winning the first halftime, how looks like our situation? We have won the halftime full-time market because Kashiwa is not winning the first halftime, so we get the full amount, so 105 euros, 26 minus Betfair commission is 100 euros. So we get 100 euros from market halftime and time, but we have lost also 100 euros here at the halftime market. So our profit is 0 in this situation. Okay. At halftime, if Kashiwa is leading the game, we have to place a further bet. And if we say that the odds for the match odds would be around 5.5, and we take 356.50 on this market, so where is it? It's here. So okay, so if we take 356.50, this is the amount of our initial stack, 100 euros. So after the first bet, this amount is free, and our winnings from the first halftime. So these two amounts are 356.50. So if the odd at halftime after Kashiwa is leading the game, let us say is 5.5, and you place here 356.50, you can see that if Kawasaki is winning the game, we will win 1,524.04. This is our net profit after Betfair commission, and we have a risk of 356.50 if Kawasaki will not win the game. Okay. So you can see at the end, if Kawasaki is playing like, or if the game is happening like this situation, halftime Kashiwa and time Kawasaki, you will get a total profit of 1,780.54. It's the amount from the match odds, and it's the amount from the winnings at the first halftime. And this is, if you now want to know your odd for this bet, it's an odd of 17.81. Okay. You see, you won 1,780.54, but you have lost, if this situation happens, only 1,052.63. So the difference between these amounts is our risk-free profit of 727.91. Okay. You can see here, oh, I'm sorry, it is in German. In English, you need for this game a total stack on your Betfair account of 1,665.63 that you can place all bets without any troubles. So for this first bet, you have a liability of 1,052.63. here you need 100 euros, and here you need 356.50. So these three amounts is a total amount of 1,665.63. But now let's have a look at our what if situations. You see here the second solution, where we say Kashiwa win the first halftime, but Kawasaki will not win the game. So you have won the bet halftime full time, this 100 euros which you have laid here, you have won. You have won the first halftime bet, where we say that Kashiwa will win the game with 256.50 net profit, but we have lost in our last bet 356.50. So our profit is already zero in this situation. Okay, and the third and best solution what could happen is that the game will end halftime. Kashiwa will win the game, end result Kawasaki will win the game at the end. Okay, Kashiwa will win the first halftime, sorry, Kawasaki will win the game. So at the market halftime full time we have lost here 1,052.63, but we have won at the first halftime because we placed, we placed here 100 euro on the first halftime, and we will win at the Matchodds this 1,524 euros and 4 cents. So our total balance is in profit, and we have 727.91 risk-free profit if you're using this strategy. Okay. What I can say for here, if you try to use it, you see here it's with play money. You can for sure do it with real money. But for the video, I take now play money. Very important is that you can see here that the odd has drifted more than the half from the starting odd, that you can use this strategy. Okay, so you always have to go this logical way. What is the odd from the first halftime, and what could be the odd at the Matchodds after halftime if the other team is leading? Okay, and if this odd in your calculation is higher than the initial the moment layout on the halftime full time, you can do this strategy. Okay, so I wish you the best of luck, and if you have some question to this strategy, let me know. I will help and teach you for sure. All the best. Bye bye.